What is up, friends? Okay, so we have another book review tonight, and this is one that I've been anxious to do because I'm very excited about it. This is my first one back home since the trip, and if you've seen my past TikToks, you've seen that I read this whole series of books in 4 days. 4 books in 4 days. I couldn't put them down. On the plane or by the pool at the resort for the first day and a half. I read the first one and then the second, and I couldn't stop reading these books. And that is the Housemaid series by Freida McFadden. We're going to start with the Housemaid itself. First of all, 5 out of 5 stars. This is an ultimate thrill book. It throws you for a loop. The ending is quite crazy. My wife read this book about a year ago or a year and a half ago and loved it. She read all 3 of them. She said, you got to read it. And I put it off, was working on Steve, and I didn't take as many books as I thought to Hawaii, and this was free on Kindle Unlimited. So I was like, you know what? We're by the pool today. I've heard it's quick read, and now I know why. You get hooked, and hook, line, and sinker, you're in. So I'm gonna do a little bit different than I've normally been doing in my reviews, because some people may not want spoilers. So I'm gonna do the first little bit of this review in non-spoiler form, and I'm gonna warn you when the spoiler hits. So this book is about a girl named Millie. This is actually going to be a movie, and in the movie, Sydney Sweeney is going to be Millie. And Amanda Seyfried is going to be the second character, Nina. So this is about a girl named Millie who has been living in her car, working odd jobs here and there, been fired and all this because she just got out of prison from a 10-year sentence. It explains why. I don't think that's going to be too much of a spoiler. She had killed a guy for basically raping or sexually assaulting her best friend. She killed him, and moral of the story, I ain't going to get into it. That's all you need to know. So she gets a job interview to be a housemaid for the Winchesters, Andrew and Nina Winchester. So she goes to the interview, hits it off, feels great about it. Weeks go by, she doesn't get a call. She's working, trying to get odd jobs, and then finally she gets a call back from Nina Winchester. And she gets the call back, and they hire her right there. And so they start her immediately. And she eventually, starts realizing that Nina's kind of a slob, or the family is. And then Nina goes these random moments, super rude, like forgetting things she does or forgetting things she tells Millie, and just being an absolute jerk to Millie. Millie is just being humiliated and called things and done things. And Andrew, the husband, starts to take her side and things, and realize that Nina can be a problem, and the daughter can't stand Millie, and the daughter is just another, like a mini Nina. And so they keep going through this for a little while. And eventually, because of all these instances where Nina is just trashing Millie and then being super kind, Andrew starts feeling the need to kind of protect Millie a little bit and to help her out, which eventually leads to them becoming together in some extracurricular activities. And then it swaps to part 2, which is this same time period from Nina's perspective. So the first part was all Millie's, and then the second part is from Nina's perspective. Spoilers. So at this point, at 4.5 minutes, spoiler. Nina is not as bad as you think. And come to find out, Andrew is the ultimate, just psychological psycho. He is crazy. And so it shows up like he keeps her in this room, which is, it's Millie's room. But before they had hired Millie, he would lock her up there for days on end for doing something as simple as, spilling something, or if the daughter does something, he punishes her. And you find out that he kind of took her in. He felt sorry for her originally and then wanted to get her in shape. Like, not physically, but like mentally. Like, I'm going to fix her. And it's diabolical. And it leads up to why she hired Millie. Because as originally stated, Millie killed somebody. And her ultimate goal is to have Millie kill this man. And so it goes all the way through Nina's perspective. She's trying to escape of his life. And eventually it leads back to Millie's perspective. And Millie is up in the room. And Nina has left her in this room a bottle of mace. That's Millie's pride and joy. And at the end of the book, after everything has happened, Millie's locked in. Andrew finally opens his door back to let her out and finish her punishment until the next one. And she sprays him and locks him in there and leaves him in there until he's dead. Nina goes back to help Millie eventually. And the cops come and it's worked out. And it was a thriller of a book. So I know this is a long review. I don't care. Like, this book was insanity. And I'm serious, 5-star book. Great job, Freida McFadden. So look, if you can, give it a read. It's free on Kindle Unlimited or the paperbacks, not a bad pricing. So give this one a read, guys. Thanks.